on how the IT scenario is happening. These are some data. So you can see between the calendar year last year and this year, there have been a 13% growth in IT spending by Indian enterprises. And while 13% might seem smaller, but if you look at the base, on that base, this is a significant number. So while that's a sort of an endorsement on how innovation and technology is being leveraged by Indian enterprises, on the other hand, it speaks of opportunities for our technology OEMs, our system integrators, and the independent software vendor community who are looking at partnering with these enterprises. So if you go a little more deeper and see where the spending is happening, so you see the traditional areas, the growth is lower in number, the enterprise applications or cloud. In fact, the whole paradigm, how software services is being consumed, the enterprise application is being consumed, has sort of changed from a primarily on-prem model to a more pay-as-you-use model, but still close to 20% growth is significant. On different hardware, we have growth which matches the overall growth. Data center, we know more and more third-party data centers as well as in-house data centers are coming up, and there's significant growth here. And last of all, as we all know, the artificial intelligence, the GenAI usage, that's showing a gargantuan jump, and 60% growth in last year, and most likely between 24 and 25, this growth will be even higher. So some of the top technologies, and I'm sure our technology decision makers and influencers who are present in the hall today will touch upon many of these aspects. The manufacturing organizations, IoT deployment is mainstream now. That brings the concurrent challenge of the OT security part, and we have a separate session delving on that. AI ML is obviously a big thing, and we have a separate session on that. Lot of augmented reality and virtual reality techniques are used by sectors like manufacturing, healthcare, and the likes. Blockchain, as far as security is concerned, BFSI organizations, ITS organizations are increasingly using it. Kubernetes, from a programming perspective and from a development perspective, is getting a big tool now. Robotics is increasingly becoming mainstream again, particularly from the manufacturing and engineering sort of organizations, and physical security in terms of surveillance is also gaining ground. So from a CXO perspective, the first topic, in fact, our first panel discussion will focus more on that. When we talk about, well, digital transformation is an often used, or if I may say, abused term now. But what important thing is, you just can't have a digital roadmap, but that needs to be aligned in proper sync with your business goals. With the focus of your different BUs, it must align properly. Customer experience is increasingly becoming so, as an enterprise, as an organization, whichever solution provider you're working with, enhancing the experience of your customers is becoming obviously important. Operational efficiency is critical to enhance your productivity and sort of streamlining your operations to a T. People are looking more at recurring revenue model in terms of IT usage. We mentioned the importance of cloud, and this recurring model, unlike the more on-prem and licensing model that used to exist earlier is being gradually completely replaced by a recurring revenue model. And again, to reiterate, the GenAI spending on GenAI is increasing. So if we look at the coming few quarters, these are the things which will dominate. There are different geopolitical situations, geo-economic situations create uncertainty. Tech needs to have its resiliency during these times so that organizations are able to sort of mitigate those roadblocks. The traditional method of doing services is increasingly replaced by technology-led initiatives. So it's no more only the CIO or the CDO or the CISO who is looking at technology usage, but increasingly the business heads or the business units are looking at things. R&D is sort of becoming a important thing. AI and going beyond AI, deep tech is becoming important. Bangalore being a city of tech startups, these internet native companies, they are sort of driving the digital transformation journey for all sort of Indian enterprises. All sort of every day we are seeing more and more of these technology OEMs who have till now looked at India primarily as a development center only, are increasingly looking at India as a market now and coming into this geography. The future of work itself, alignment with our academics, so that more than theoretical based, it's a skills first approach, because when we are talking about this revolution, without adequately trained, skilled workforce, nothing will be possible. The domestic market is obviously growing, and we hopefully will remain future ready.